What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Conversations, where we make a cup of coffee and just talk about life. Today, as you can see, we got a special guest. I have decided to bring my blessing from God.
What is wrong with you?
My blessing from God.
She don't like that.
I know she don't like that at all, to have a jealous dog. I don't know if y'all have jealous dogs at home, but she don't let me get away with nothing with this one. But anyways, we have Mr. Reed, aka Mario Reed, aka Made by Mr. Reed.
That's crazy.
Aka entrepreneur, aka content creator, a successful one at that, aka man of God, aka husband,
You make me nervous.
brother, uncle.
Hey, clap for something.
Let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. Let's welcome
wrong with you,
him.
So this is our house every day, y'all. So, no, thank you for having me. Happy to be here. That actually did make me feel away, the intro. So thank you, hon.
Okay,
I appreciate
Kelly,
you.
I need you to let us work.
Yeah.
Thank you, boo.
Guys, we might drop some bloopers in between the episode because we do have a very needy dog.
Very.
But hey,
So we're going to see how much of this she let us actually get through.
right.
But I am so happy to have you here. As you know, this has been a long time coming. We dropped episode 1 last week. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go and watch episode 1. So yeah, while I have you here, I got some questions prepared for you.
Okay.
We're real professional over here. You know, I sent him a
see.
briefing and everything. Like I really feel like I tried my best to prepare for this.
Management, thanks you for that. Let's get to it.
Every episode, I start with a question to the audience, but since you are our guest, our question is, since this is called Coffee and Conversations, how do you drink your coffee? Either you can tell me how you took it today, or what is your
Fair.
normal coffee order? You can choose.
Yep. We've been on a bit of a health kick because just gained mad weight after we got married. So I'm trying to go less sugar. However, black coffee, little bit of a flavored creamer, preferably caramel, vanilla, or a sweet cream, but just a little bit of it, no sugar.
I told y'all I told y'all in the last episode
She made me a coffee
kind of
snob,
plain
for sure.
over here. We don't really do too much unless we go
Yeah.
to get coffee outside of the home. But if we at home, we're pretty simple.
Yeah.
But why don't you let the people know what kind of coffee you be drinking when you at home?
Oh, you know what time it is?
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
You know.
Seed and soil coffee.
Period.
This was an idea or a brainchild of my wife from the time we met. I want to say our first couple dates was at a coffee shop. She really does have a passion for this. One day she just woke up and said, I want to have my own coffee. And we was like, well, why can't we do it? It took some years, but to be able to hold a bag that was literally from the design to the vibe to the taste, everything she said she wanted. And now we literally get to wake up and enjoy our own coffee. That is a different feeling, and I am proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
So very
honey.
proud of you. Go get y'all a bag or 2 or 5. As soon as y'all place the order, it's coming right off that shelf, getting packed up with love and getting shipped right to you. So,
Period.
yeah, this is something we actually do believe in. Great reviews so far. So, y'all be the judge and try it out.
Well, with that being said, cheers.
Cheers.
But enough of all that.
Enough of all that.
No, today's episode is, I think, a very interesting one, and one I guess the reason why I wanted you to come on here, because obviously, we live in a world where everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people are pursuing a career in content creation, whether you distinguish yourself as a content creator or an influencer, whatever. It seems that there are a lot of people now who are trying to pursue that as a career, a full-time career. And one thing, which is kudos to my husband here, but he, for the last year, has been 100% full-time content creation. So before I get into my questions, I guess maybe a pre-question would be, do you define yourself as more of an influencer or a content creator? Or do you not define yourself at all?
It's a great question. I would say content creator, just because I like to create. I would do it for free. I tell you all the time, if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't go to school to be an engineer. I would go be a filmmaker or something like that. I thoroughly enjoy having an idea and bringing it to life creatively. There's still some of that in engineering and construction. You know, you think of a design of a house and then you design it and build it, right? But getting a camera, I just remember exactly where I was, exactly what I did when I got my first camera, when I was a kid and got my first sketchbook, first box of crayons. Like, I just love to create. So I would say content creator for sure. The influencing thing was never, I don't even like that word, to be honest, only because I don't like the attention and I don't like the clout behind it. But I get it, you know, somebody who definitely would rather be, you know, rich than famous, to quote the illustrious Migos. But no, the influencer thing is it's whatever. But I would create content for free for the rest of my life if I could.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's get into our first official question.
Okay.
I've prepared a few. So if y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my list of questions that I have for you today.
Okay.
So, first question. What is one lesson that changed the way you approach content creation?
Stop trying to make everything perfect.
Okay.
There's a couple layers to that. One, you're going to burn yourself out. Two, the content becomes less authentic when you're trying to do what you think perfect is. And to that authentic piece, the way to really make money off of this is to grow an authentic audience that a brand can then tap into, which they would pay you for. That audience ain't going to grow if it just seems like you reading the script all the time or doing what you think you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Or if you are in it doing something purposeful, think about who you're helping or what problem you're solving for somebody. Like, if it's real, you don't want to get on camera and be fake. If I'm not actually shopping at these places, or if it's not something I would actually wear, or if I'm just trying to make like the most edited video versus actually focusing on what the payoff and what the solution to, you know, that problem is, it's not gonna land. And somebody's not gonna follow you for that. So I would say stop trying to make everything perfect. People want to feel like they connect with you, like the real you.
Right.
So
How long, this is a two-part question. Based off of what you said, how long have you actually been in content creation? And part B of that question would be, how long did it take you to actually feel like you're being authentic? Because I know I've had this issue too. Like, you've seen me be frustrated with my own content creation journey. And like, I recently made a video on my TikTok saying how I'm actually feeling tired of trying to show up perfect. Because we can fall into that, because whether that be, I know for me personally, it's certain insecurities that I have or certain things that I don't want people to see. Meanwhile, those are the things that need to be shown, because there's someone, you're never alone in what an insecurity or something that you don't want people to see is. So I struggle with that. So at what point did you feel like you got over that so that you could really start connecting and building an authentic audience?
I've been doing this for brands getting paid for it since 2018. So 8 years, but I was a photographer since high school. So technically creating content, like I was doing it long before. Let's take it from 2018 on. My first viral video was 2021.
Okay.
So 3 years of just doing it, just to be doing it, not really knowing what was happening. Like, we was getting free meals at restaurants and we was getting, small $200, $300 here or there. But I hadn't really understood the concept of a viral video until you just wake up and like your page is going crazy, right?
Yeah.
It probably took another year or two after that to find brand identity versus just being somebody that people see on their screen because a video like did really well. Add that up, I'd say 5 years for real.
Really?
So like the past 5 years have been more intentional with, I can be a brand, I can make a business out of this. And within that last 5 years has been me asking the right questions to the right people, including finding management, refining the craft and knowing what to film, how to film it, how to pitch. You know, one thing that I see a lot of people do is they like to watch vloggers on YouTube or they like vlog style content. I love it. But the average person can't get away with that or do that off rip.
Yeah.
You have to kind of build up an audience and build up people knowing who you are before they want to just watch your every single move every day. And I think we've all gone through that. Just picking up a camera, filming everything and putting a vlog out thinking it's going to be like the flyest thing. That's, you got to build up to that. Like, you got to build a core audience who, you know, likes you, tunes in for you before it gets to the point where they really want to see, you know, for example, this is going on your page, but I got to steal it because people want to see you more on my page, right? We want to talk to your wife. We want to see your wife.
Why wouldn't they?
But
like-
when we first got together, it might have been like, man, move out of the way. We want to see what clothes you got on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I answered both parts. So 2018, for real. And then it probably took 5 years after that for me. But it's a lot easier for y'all today, though, because there's just so many people who have done it. So many more blueprints. Back then, I mean, we was all just kind of guessing. Either you was one of the big YouTubers or influencers that had all the followers in the world,
Yeah.
and you wasn't reaching back to help nobody, for real. Or you was just getting started out like I was, trying to figure it out. Now I think we're in a place where people like me and a lot of other, macro creators or micro creators are reaching out to help and giving game and telling our experience.
Oh, for sure.
And there are smaller creators who I see making bank with 1,000 followers, let alone, people who have way more than that. So that would be my answer.
So would you say that, because you said, okay, about 5 years after that, you kind of got more into what it sounds like is like more of a strategy behind. Because one thing that I know that you and I talk about all the time is just because something goes viral,
Man.
don't mean that overnight you gonna be a full-time content creator or like you finna make millions.
Right.
Or which let me retract that a little bit, because some people it might be like that for. It's that we've definitely seen it on, someone goes viral on TikTok or and then brands reach out. But for the average person, that's just, I'm not trying to kill nobody's dream or whatever, but just to kind of put it in perspective, I don't think that should be like, should that be something you expect? Or it's like you have to have some type of strategy
Right.
from that. It definitely can catapult you,
Yep.
but you have to have some kind of strategy. So did you, from going viral in 2021, did you then develop or did you even understand what the strategy behind it was? Because that's something I'm learning too.
Yes and no. I agree 100% with what you said about, hey guys, just because you get a video go viral, don't mean you finna pop off or you finna be the next big thing. However, what do you have on your page when all of these new people from that viral video come to see you, right? You might be someone who is just naturally entertaining. You might be someone who is well-dressed. Ultimately, it should come down to what problem can you solve for whoever is behind that screen. That problem can be, I'm having a bad day and I just need a laugh. That's where entertaining people come in. That problem may be, I got a wedding coming up. I don't know what to wear because it's hot. Oh, here's someone who's been showing outfits for wedding attire for when it's hot outside. And the list goes on. Makeup. I do think the people who grow the quickest are the ones who don't necessarily niche down, but be vulnerable with something that could potentially be an insecurity, but you found a way to master. Me, it's weight. Like, being big don't mean you don't have to dress well, or you can't dress well, but at the same time, I don't want to stay big. Like, I want to inspire people to lose weight. I see people with eczema, other health issues, women with PCOS and things of that nature.
But you definitely seen me go.
Like, just, you can get on Google and maybe not find the answer you're looking for.
Yeah.
You can get on Instagram or TikTok today. Someone who not only looks like you, sounds like you, may have been through the exact same thing you're going through, tell their experience online. You subscribe to them. You locked into them because you're curious on how it affected a real human. And I think that same ideology applies. Like, what's on your page when people get there?
Yeah.
So, no, I didn't have strategy, but what was on my page was content for people to learn how to style, learn how to do better about themselves. We're married. So, hey, how did you find your wife? How do you, go on a date? How do you talk to women? How do you, all those things were already there. So I think I was able to retain a lot of people who saw my page for the first time.
Yeah. Okay, so then I think that's some pretty good stuff that you shared, but let's get into the next question. So what would you say helped you get out of your head or overcome being afraid to show more vulnerable things in your content?
Dang, another good question. I would say two things. One, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. They're going to talk about you. If you're doing it, they're going to find a way to talk about you if you ain't doing it. That's one major piece. So finding comfort in just putting yourself out there, knowing that ain't no right or wrong answer, You can just look back and wish that you had started or wish you had done it, versus living with regret and that you didn't. Second thing I would say, having the right people in your corner for that. For me was you, obviously. coming home knowing that I could do no wrong. Like, you believed in me regardless.
Oh, you could
know?
do wrong. I just gave you grace. I'm
Fair.
playing.
Knowing that you would love me no matter what, regardless of if I look crazy on camera, regardless of if I, shot something, hated it, or put myself out there and didn't feel too good about it. Just knowing at the end of the day, like, home is home. The main thing is the main thing.
Yeah.
That's important. It was important for me. If you don't have that, I would say look for friends or just a community that may be doing some of the same things and understand some of the same struggles you may go through while recording or trying to be comfortable in public. Yeah, have somebody with you.
That's a big one. Being comfortable recording in public is crazy. I feel like you still get nervous about that.
I do. A little bit.
Like, as long as you've been doing it, it's definitely not as bad.
Nah.
Not as bad, but...
And honestly, I think it's just because it's more of an accepted career, quote unquote.
Right.
And people are just used to seeing it. But for the longest time, like, people was talking crazy to you. You whipping out a tripod, or people flaming you, talking about you taking selfies, and whoever you out in public, they staring you down, like cars stopping, trying to see what you're doing. They done had the police call on me a couple times. Like, it's just wild. Easier now though. So
to that point, this is kind of this is just my own question for you. Mm-hmm. When you first started this, did you have people, mainly that because I feel like it's a difference between someone that's on the street or like a random person commenting, saying something. It's kind of like, I don't know you and I'm getting this check anyway. So whatever. But did you have people that you knew that was kind of like try to play you, like, or like, what are you doing? Or that maybe like change their tune now?
100%. Then I don't want to come off bitter on camera. No, I'm joking.
Don't be cussing on.
I'm not. Nah. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
How'd you deal with that? And are you still in a relationship with those people?
Nah. Cut them off immediately and kept it pushing, I think for a while I was saving those spin the block DMs where like they hit you up talking about they proud of you or ask you for some money or something like that. Like, I'm sure I still got some saved somewhere, but now it don't matter,
Yeah.
They didn't get it. Hell, sometimes I didn't get it. So I can't be mad at them, I was just doing the best of what I had no idea what turned into what it turned into. Man, I'm not mad at them.
So there's nobody that's like, that has, I guess, maybe tried to play you and then is
I say
that you still know?
Yeah, I
or
still
that
know
you're
them.
still in relationship with. That's what I mean. Like,
No, not a relationship with. They got access to me though. They see it all. They usually the first ones to watch my stories. To this day.
Of course they are. They're always the first ones.
Nah, for real. I ain't talking about women. It's mostly like men, like dudes. I was just
Oh, I believe it.
hating. Obviously, exes.
100%.
But like, yeah. Asking me for money is crazy though. Like, and you know who you are.
Oh, not you calling people out. We gonna keep it saved here on Coffee Conversation.
I'm not bitter. I promise.
I'm not mad. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Okay, so moving on. Earlier, you mentioned man of God. Now, one thing I will say before I ask you this next question is the last few years, maybe this last year especially, I have, and I was actually telling one of our good friends this about you. I have watched you be intentional, even more intentional with your relationship with God. And even the way that you are seeking him more and in your word more. And not to say that you weren't doing it before, but there's just a different, I guess maybe hunger, it's sounding deep, a different hunger for the things of God. But that is one thing that I've noticed, and one thing that has made me so proud to watch this journey, and even like the conversations that we have now just about things in the Bible or the questions that you may have. So my question to you now is, since growing in your faith, do you feel like that has changed your content, or how do you incorporate that into your content? Or has it ever been something that was like, hey, well, this is something new that I'm incorporating, so I don't know how people are going to receive it? Or, how has your faith affected creating?
All of the above. I think it was when I really started reading the Gospels and saw how they treated Jesus for real. I was like, Lord, I know I'm not perfect, but I want it to be known that I'm as much on your side as I know how to be, and I don't want it to be any question where I stand. Peter is the one that always stood out to me. He was always seemingly like the strongest out of the bunch and the one who had Jesus' back the most, the enforcer, if you will. But Jesus still told him, like, at the end, you will deny me 3 times.
Yeah.
And Peter was like, you tripping. I would never do you like that. And sure enough, he did it, right? That stuck with me. And I, in some way, wanted to show appreciation to God that, hey, you've given me this quote unquote following or this platform. Now this business, I want to give it to you in any way I can. And that has, come with levels. One level is your bio, letting people know you're a believer. That way, anytime they come to your page, they're going to see it front and center. Some of your content, like I'm using a lot of edited versions now of songs instead of like the unedited versions. And I'm not all the way there, y'all. Like I still have my songs. It just ain't cussing as much. In reality, like I probably don't need to be using them songs at all, but I'm human. Like what can I say? And then just like
grow.
And then just like sharing stuff that I'm going through. Like I mentioned earlier, being authentic with your content and building an audience who like follows you, believes in you, trusts in you. I be going through stuff, bro.
Yeah.
So if I can share y'all what outfit I got on or with me and you going to dinner, why I can't share y'all this verse that like really woke me up this morning when I was just ready to not get up. So that's been another piece. And then obviously the reception and people saying I really needed this. And man, I thank you for sharing this. Like it puts purpose behind this content thing. And I put it in air quotes because it is still not as respected. It's becoming respectable.
Yeah.
But you got power to reach people. And I was always raised to get out there and impact the world for Jesus Christ. I don't know if I knew what that meant at the time I was being told it. But when you know you have people's ear, use it for good, Yeah. And that's kind of how I think about it.
Yeah. I know we always kind of I laugh about it, but we just kind of, because it's kind of dramatic, but it's very true. Where we always say, "Oh, what is your why?"
Right.
What is your why? What is the purpose behind you doing what you're doing? Why are you even posting what you're posting? What do you want people to get from this? And I think with my own journey too, I was just having a conversation with my sister-in-law about this, where I kind of felt a little bit in a funk with creating content because, as you know, like I am barely just getting to a point where I'm consistent, but it feels all over the place at this point, where it's like we talked about strategy, we talked about, all of those things. So those are things that I feel like I myself am learning, and through like watching you or like, our many talks. But I think the point that kind of made me get into a funk and kind of take a step back was everything that you said, where it's like, well, what is the why behind you posting how you did your makeup today? Yes, it could probably help somebody that may not know how to do their makeup, or what is the purpose behind you sharing what coffee you drinking, or, what have you. But I think that was a major part of starting Coffee Conversations, because I honestly feel like this is something that the Lord told me to do years ago. So now to be doing it, I guess that would be, my why, or what I personally have to offer. So just to give people here a clear, if you could summarize what your why is, like, what do you want people to feel when they come to Mr. Reed's page? Or what do you want them to walk away with from you that may be deeper than, I can show you how to dress, but I also want you to get this.
Funny you asked that. I just changed my tag on my bio to mood board for the intentional man. And by intentional, I do not mean perfect, but you want to be the best that you can. And that can be a business, in your faith, in your fitness and health, in your marriage, in anything you put your mind to. You can overcome whatever fears and insecurities you have. Do it with style. Do it vulnerable. Like my page will show you what I really go through, who I really am. It may look good, quote unquote, but I'm not putting on the front like everything's perfect. Like I'll show you behind the scenes, tell you how I put something together, thought process behind certain things. I would say my why is to take that guy who may not be confident
Okay.
and show him that you can be in all aspects of life. So, yeah, getting better every day.
Okay, and we're gonna go into our last question, and then we're gonna ask some more fun questions,
right.
and that's gonna be our rapid fire questions.
Okay.
But I guess last question would be for somebody that is at home watching this maybe and thinking that, oh, I want to start something. Doesn't matter if it's content creation, doesn't matter if it's a new thing that maybe God is telling you to do, but have been too scared to do it or too in their head to do it. What advice would you give that person and how to go after it and go after it fully and be consistent with it?
How you feel by starting, and by feel, I mean any uncomfort or doubt or anything you feel by starting, I promise you will not feel worse than 5 years from now you look up and realize you didn't start.
That is, ooh.
Even myself, I started my YouTube 2 weeks ago. You've been telling me for 8 years to start my YouTube. If I'd started YouTube 8 years ago, we might be up.
We might have been rich and you holding us back.
But self-doubt, amongst many other things. One thing a lot of people might not say, you ain't gonna get no sympathy from anybody because it's so much easier now to do it than it was, 5-10 years ago. You tried to start 5-10 years ago, people might have been like, all right, well, the landscape ain't really, fit for that. Everybody wants you to get a job and have such and such lined up. But today, you have zero excuses not to be making some kind of money. It's never been more easy than it is right now. So get to it, man.
Just
Ain't nobody
get to
gonna
it.
save you. Get to it.
Just get to it. And that's the whole get to it part though, to everything that you just said is so true because I found that if you don't do it
Somebody else will.
and somebody else will do it, then you're gonna be sitting at home dealing with your feelings because I went through it.
Sick.
Dealing with your feelings. I should have just did this. I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Man, listen.
You sitting there mad at yourself. So I definitely agree with just do it. Even if it's imperfect, even if you don't know what you're doing, just do it. Because God will bring people along the way.
That's right. Step further. Just record it. You ain't got to put everything out.
Yeah.
You have the final say of what gets put out. So exercise that muscle of content. Push the record button and then watch it back. Sit with it for a week. Edit it 3 different ways if you have to until you feel comfortable. That helps. I mean, a lot of people think as soon as you record something, it got to go live instantly. It does not. You control what gets out there.
For sure. Before we end, I want to throw some rapid fire, fun type of questions. I feel like we got all the emotional stuff out the way, but enough of all that. Let's get into the fun part. So I'm gonna give you the question. You're gonna give me a 1-word answer. Rapid fire. It's gonna be like 4 questions. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1, favorite app for editing.
I wish I could make it a quick answer. So it used to be CapCut, and it is still kind of CapCut. However, these apps prefer you to use their editing platforms. They don't like you to edit in other apps and then import them. So yes, it is CapCut. However, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Your Instagram video, your Instagram reel is being held back because you're not uploading from the Edits app. So if you wanna edit in CapCut,
I didn't even know that.
download it from CapCut, put it in Edits, tweak one thing, put the sharpness up by 1, saturation down by whatever, upload it straight to Instagram from the Edits app.
I didn't even know that.
So in case Instagram is watching, I'm saying Edits, but in reality it's CapCut.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. That's good information for me. Okay, number 2. I already know your answer for this one, I feel like. Okay, you prefer favorite app, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube?
Hate TikTok. You know I hate TikTok. I hate everything about TikTok. Other than TikTok should be
Why do you hate TikTok?
TikTok should be a comedy and search
my
engine
gosh.
app. I get the most laughs ever on TikTok when I scroll, and I get the most information from people giving it up. But everything else, I hate TikTok. YouTube is going to be number 1, but I have to give it up to Instagram. That's been my baby for so long. That's where I put the most energy and effort. That's what usually gets most of the deals and stuff like that. But YouTube is going to become a favorite because I've thoroughly enjoyed these last couple weeks being tapped in. So yeah.
Okay. All right, next one. What is one piece of gear you cannot, whatever you're filming, one piece of gear you cannot get it done without.
Well, outside of a camera, right? 'Cause-
Well, outside of a camera, obviously.
okay, tripod.
I knew you was gonna say tripod.
Yeah, you gotta have a tripod.
I thought it was gonna either be tripod or mics. No.
Mike's was gonna be up there because last year or so we started talking more. But
Yeah.
before we weren't talking, we were just putting songs on stuff and
Fair.
going with it. So
Okay,
tripod.
so tripod.
But we're looking at like 10 tripods right now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This is ridiculous,
What you
too.
about to say, bro?
You prefer to shoot on the phone or a camera?
Ooh,
This is a big one because a lot of people think that they need like,
I don't mean to hold this up, but that's tough.
come on, man, you got to give it to them. What? Which one?
I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know. I'm a photographer, so I love everything about a camera. However, if you know how to tweak them settings on that phone, boy, I'm gonna have to say phone just because it's just so easy and convenient. I love a camera, but you don't always have the time to
Yeah.
set up everything you need to set up, and it's just some shots.
Like if you're just trying to do something real quick or like
Yeah, I feel like I even just
the phone.
was disrespectful even saying phone right now. But what's making me say that is a lot of people look at my content and the first question is what camera you use, 95% of my stuff is my phone. The
Okay,
cameras
that's fair.
the cameras are like, you'll know when it's a camera. It's like the super just ultra crisp, blurry background type stuff. And I really only do that for brands for real. The rest of that be on my phone, bro. Like, and I leave with this bit of photographer advice. The best camera out there is the camera you already got. Any photographer will tell you that. You do not need to go spend thousands of dollars on a new camera. You just don't.
Okay. Great advice. Well, Mr. Reed, I sure enough appreciate you
So
for coming on to Coffee Conversation. This dog
Is insane.
Y'all don't judge the way she look right now.
looking crazy.
In between baths and haircuts. But do you want to let anyone know what you got going on? What's new? What's your focus right now?
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity to plug, but I mentioned my new YouTube earlier. Same handle as my Instagram, Mr. Reed, MRR33D. Essentially running you through lifestyle content, but also, again, showing you how to make some money off this stuff. The current series is I built our t-shirt brand that did, a couple $100,000 all while working a 9 to 5. But the next series is kind of going to piggyback off of what we're talking about today and how to monetize your content, how to be more than just an influencer. I think I'm really going to target nano and micro people because too many times people say, I only got 200 followers, I only got 300 this. My favorite meme is imagine 200 people trying to like slap you at the same time, or imagine trying to remember 200 names. Ignore the number. If you have anybody you can convert to buy, to stay interested, a brand sees value in that, and you can make some money off of that. So that's how I'm giving it up on YouTube. Again, Instagram is MRR33D, TikTok.
Give the people your TikTok. Stop doing that.
TikTok is Mr. Reed Official, MRR33D Official. And y'all do me a favor, subscribe to my wife's channel. Everything she do. Drop a comment if there's questions you have from this video
about you.
specifically. No, we are one.
You right.
If y'all looking to adopt a dog,
Don't be
you
trying to
can
give my dog away,
come
man.
get this one for show. And then Seed Soul Coffee, man. Like, I don't want to sound biased, and it's probably impossible for me not to sound biased. This coffee is good.
It is good.
It's actually good.
I'm
So,
not just saying that. We're not just saying that. I promise you.
Yeah.
But if you would like to support Seed and Soil Coffee, you can go to www.seedandsoilcoffee.com. And we have more than just coffee. We have really cute totes. We have t-shirts and other blends that are on the way. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
What's the Instagram?
Oh, yes. Plus the Instagram. All of that will be in the description box. But the Instagram is Seed and Soil Coffee
Cool.
Co on Instagram, and I will list that down in the description box. And as we did in episode 1, I asked our guest earlier, but I'm gonna ask you, and I want you to comment down below. How do you take your coffee? Because I want to know. I tell y'all all the time. I'm looking for new ways to do it. I recently started looking on TikTok for, you said we're on a health and wellness journey, so I started looking for new recipes. So I want to know how y'all drinking y'all coffee. So comment that down below. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, babe, for coming on here. And I appreciate you. And If you liked this episode of Coffee Conversations, go ahead and give us a like, a comment, and a share. And if you really enjoyed it, subscribe so that every week you can see what we're talking about, right? All right. So I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you again so much and love y'all.
Matcha is disgusting.